Hey everyone, this is Michael with the general love reading for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I do hope that this video finds you well, regardless of whether you are watching for yourself or cross-watching for another individual with these placements. Hello. I just want to thank all of you who have supported this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. It's with your support that I'm able to continue putting out these messages, and it's just a real gift to be part of this YouTube tarot community. You can follow me on my other social media where I post pick-a-card readings and general cards for the collective on Instagram. I also have blog posts, and I even host giveaways, so if you want to make sure you don't miss out on your chance to enter to win a free Reiki session or a free personal reading with me, definitely follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. I do feel like one of those is coming pretty soon, so definitely put that on your radar. I have all of my links down below in the description box, as well as links for personal readings, Reiki sessions, and donations for those of you who feel called. Before we actually start with the general reading today, I do also want to do a quick shout out to a dear friend, Ellie, who just started her channel, The Starlight Archivist. She is an amazing reader. I have been encouraging her for years to start doing this stuff, and I actually talked myself into it, trying to get her to start. So funny, full circle. But she's an amazing reader. She's very, very intuitive. You can just tell by the way she pulls and works with the cards that she has a very intimate relationship with them. You can actually check out her spreads and her style on her channel. Again, it's the Starlight Archivist. It is featured it's on my featured channel section on my YouTube page, and give her some love. Tell her I said hello, and I think you guys will really, really like her. Before we start with our reading, I do also just want to disclaim that these are general readings, meaning not all of the messages that come forward are going to be meant for you specifically. Do keep in mind that these videos are also intended to be timeless. They are not time specific, regardless of whether you are watching them months or even years from the original post date. You are more than welcome to also look through the previous videos for the previous months for the Heart of the Matter readings. You can also look at the general readings. I do also encourage people to look at their other signs, so your moon, rising, or Venus sign. If you don't know what those are, I have a link for a natal chart calculator that can help you figure out your other astrological signs as well. You may also find in this reading that the roles are switched, or your person is actually your own energy, or vice versa. Especially if you are cross-watching, keep that in mind. You could be the other person. And you know, love does not necessarily just restrict itself to romance in these readings. It can also be referring to a friendship, a family member, or a coworker. So keep this all in mind and just take it as it applies. I am going to start shuffling for you now, Sagittarius. What are the messages for love for my Sagittarians? Needs a shuffle here. What are the messages for love for Sagittarius? Overall energy, we have the Chariot. Some of you may be involved with a Cancer. This may be pertaining to a Cancer individual. It could also be that you are really trying to move forward in your life, going into the next chapter by yourself or with somebody else. If you are single or in a relationship, maybe you're trying to put yourself back out there, or maybe you are trying to go into the next level of a relationship, or develop things, or go forward together on something. I do feel like it's really important for you to make sure that you are in alignment with this connection. The Chariot does speak about aligned energy. Instead of just charging in, it can be very, very destructive if you are not mindful of your vibration before going forward. And I do see, as your fears and worries, the Strength card. You are worried about something. You are worried that you won't be able to make it through. You won't be able to get where you want to go with the Chariot. There could also be a move for some of you. There might actually be some physical distance, and you're worried that this isn't going to be able to last. This connection might not be able to last. Or that you just feel you're doubting your strength. You're feeling weak. And this strength card, it's not about being this ferocious lion. It's about calming the emotions, having composure here, taming this beast, so to speak, and finding that gentleness within. You may very well be stronger than you think you are, Sagittarius, but you're just feeling very tired and very vulnerable. And it actually takes a great deal of strength to be vulnerable. Especially when you're going forward into something, especially if it feels unknown or uncertain. I do feel like with your person, with the Father of Wands showing up as the fears and worries, this could be pertaining to you. They might be thinking about you a lot. Could also be having to do with career or something that they're passionate about. It's like for them, they're afraid that they're not going to be able to make something work that really means a lot to them. And it could be this connection, but I'm also getting the sense that there's something else on their plate. There's something else that they're working with. You could be dealing with a fire sign. You know, there's a lot of Leo energy actually with the Strength and the Father of Wands. And again, actually late Cancer energy too. So we could be kind of dealing with a Cancer-Leo cusp for some of you, or just a fire sign in general. But I am getting Cancer and Leo pretty strongly. So we'll keep that in mind. And I feel like emotions are pretty high because of that combination. Cancer can be very intense emotionally, as can Leo, in very different ways. Cancer can kind of withdraw or hold back, and Leo can be very dramatic and expressive. You might find yourself in an oscillation between these two energies. Maybe it's making you second guess this person, or maybe this person is second guessing themselves because their emotions are just all over the place. I do have, for your blockage, the Two of Swords. There's something you're not seeing very clearly. You're trying to make a decision here, or maybe you're trying to delay the decision, rather. You don't want to make it, but you know you have to. And I feel like the decision is go forward. Move forward. You might be leaving someone behind, and you don't want to admit it. Or you might be closed off to someone new. You kind of need to make the decision to be strong. Interesting. As your person's blockage, we have Temperance and the Two of Pentacles. I did have the Son of Cups fall out for them as well. So again, a lot of water energy. Could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And this is actually your energy, Sagittarius, so this is really interesting. I do feel like there is a change that's happening between the two of you. And it's being resisted. Someone's not coming forward with their feelings. You might be the one blocking them. I definitely see that you're very guarded. And it just seems like there's a lot of changes that are happening in their life, and there's a lot of balance that needs to be created or formed here. Things are very out of balance. And that's kind of the important thing with this Chariot energy. You need to make sure your wheels are aligned before you move forward. And for your person, something is very out of alignment. And maybe that's why you're holding something back. Maybe that's why you're holding back from them. But I also feel like there is something in their own life that they are trying to find balance in for themselves. Some of them could be dealing with a water sign. Or maybe a change in job or home. There could be a move. Again, there does feel like there's a lot of movement here, a lot of change. And it doesn't feel bad. It actually does feel positive, but it's still making things uncertain. You're actually pretty closed off to this person, Sagittarius. This is really interesting. You want clarity with this Mother of Swords here. You definitely want to be clear on something, and you are not feeling clear. And you kind of just have this look on your face, like you're just very skeptical. I almost feel like the answers you're trying to get from this person, they don't have. And it's like you need to find this for yourself. You need to find this in yourself, Sagittarius. As for their hopes, their desires, we do have the Four of Swords. There is this sense of them wanting to rest, of wanting to find stability. Things might have been in flux for them for quite some time, or maybe between the two of you. They want to heal something. I almost get the sense they do want space. I gotta be honest. And that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes people just need to take space. But I do feel like there is this sense of them waiting on something. And maybe that's about a move. Maybe that's about a job. I do get the sense, though, it's also about you. They're waiting for something from you. And you're not feeling very clear about it, which is interesting. Usually this kind of goes the other way in these readings. And do keep in mind these energies can be swapped. These energies could be reversed, but I'm actually curious, why is this Mother of Swords here? For my Sagittarius, why is the Mother of Swords here? What is this Mother of Swords about? Could be an air sign, although there's this predominant energy of water and fire, especially Leo, Cancer, and your energy, of course, Sagittarius. Why is the Mother of Swords here? Show me clearly. They're telling me animal card. Okay. You definitely want to say something to this person. And it almost feels you might feel like it's a bit harsh or cold. But I feel like you need to be pretty honest with them, because that might be what's preventing you from seeing things clearly. It's like you're waiting to see something before you say something, but it's like you're not going to see it until you speak up. And I see you really want clarity. You really want insight. You really want to know what's going on, what to do next year. It's like, why is this person suddenly quiet? They're trying to rest from something. They're really trying to conserve their energy. They are going through a change here, and things are definitely out of balance for them. I'm not gonna lie. I do have as B, yeah, there is this stinging remark. It's kind of like what I'm getting here. You have some not so nice things you want to say. And that's kind of the strength card, though. It's not about being ferocious. It's not about attacking someone. It takes a lot of courage to be vulnerable, especially when you're feeling unclear or uncertain. And that anger, that irritation, that's always a cover emotion for pain. So your problem isn't that you want to say something nasty to this person or you want to cut them down with your words. It's that there's something underlying that. A wound. You do need to open up with this person. And I actually do feel like there is this moving forward. There is this new foundation. And perhaps this is together. I almost feel like if it weren't, it would be because you don't want it. And you know, it's almost like your person knows you have something to say. It's like they know this conversation is coming. They're kind of just waiting for you to say something, which might seem weird because you could be seeing that, yeah, they have a lot going on. I don't know if this is the right time. But I think it's building up tension for them as well. You are showing up as their blockage too. So it's like when you're holding yourself back, you're actually holding them back. But there is something to be gained here, for sure. I do feel like there could be some sort of commitment. Or building something together. How do we get there, is what I want to know. How do we get there? I definitely feel like this is going to take time. Whenever I see the Temperance card, as a blockage especially, timing can be an issue here. Maybe that's the hard thing with this Chariot energy. You're really feeling this push forward. But neither of you know what that really looks like. And I still think you're figuring that out. And again, I said it before and I'll say it again, I don't think you will see something until you say something. But it's like the reverse. You're waiting to have clarity before you speak up. Maybe even just start the conversation by being like, hey, I need some clarity on this. I don't know what's going on. I see that there's a lot of changes. Three of Cups, Justice, and the Mother of Cups. Yeah, this is going to require some... This is definitely going to require some working together, some opening up. Maybe relying on some friends, even with this Three of Cups here. Particularly a water sign, or even a Libra. I'm feeling like there is this need for diplomacy and mature emotional conversations with this Mother of Cups. Your intuition is actually very strong, even if it's not giving you all the answers, even if you're not seeing something clearly. It's guiding you towards what you have to do to gain that clarity. And I do feel like you'll have it with this Justice card. I'm also getting the sense that you're going to be finding balance between your head and your heart for one of you or both of you. Maybe that's kind of the balance you find in each other. I'm going to pull one more animal card. What is the animal wisdom for Sagittarius? It's like the energy that you put out is the energy you're going to receive. And that's why it's really important to get your energy in check before you go forward with the Chariot. It's kind of this karmic law of attraction mirroring. And even if you go in thinking you're being very sweet and very understanding, if that's not how you're actually feeling, you're still putting out the energy of what you're actually feeling. So do some shadow work. Sit with that uncomfortable feeling or those uncomfortable emotions. And let that tension disperse. Lizard. Yeah, be very careful of what you're using your energy towards. When I think of lizard, I think of this, being cold-blooded, ectothermic, and getting energy from the sun. Lizard is a master of utilizing its energy wisely. And sometimes that does require rest. Sometimes that does require taking a break, lying out in the sun. It might be what your person's doing right now. Lizard energy is also very easily overstimulated. It's actually a surprisingly sensitive creature. And if you feel like someone is being a bit cold or stoic, it's actually because they just need to pull away. It's not that they're not sensitive. It's not that they don't have emotions or feelings. They're very sensitive. But they're also overwhelmed. I feel like there is a need to get in touch with some sort of dreamy, creative energy. Any other animal wisdom? Mouse, yeah, there's definitely a creative project you have to be working on. If your mind is going crazy, and it very well could be with this Two of Swords as a blockage, you're trying so hard to find the answer that you can't even see it. Using this mental energy towards something that requires a fine eye or a lot of mental energy, something creative particularly, is going to be very beneficial for you and a positive way to utilize this energy right now. When out of balance, Mouse can be very controlling, very nitpicky. And I could honestly see that being your energy, Sagittarius, I'm not going to lie. I feel like it's just a matter of giving things time to unfold. And you want to go forward now, you want to know, but I feel like there's still an equilibrium that is being reached before this can move forward. I'm not getting any more messages for you right now, Sagittarius. I do hope that this reading was helpful. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below how this resonated. Again, I do have links for personal readings and Reiki sessions for those of you who'd like some more personalized assistance. Otherwise, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.